Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Workshop in March. If you are interested, contact our office and pay up the price before Jan 31st so that we keep the same old price. And after that, the fees will be increased. Yesterday, the US markets, it was very, very volatile. Microsoft, which is supposed to be the number 2 company in the world, it has fallen 12%. When the results came, I checked, the data was okay, but I don't know what the investors find something wrong with Microsoft results. It has fallen 12%. So a stock just imagine HDFC Bank or Reliance Industries falling 12%. What is the kind of effect? Nasdaq 100, which has fallen 800 points and then recovered 400 points. And then the same thing with S&P 500, it has fallen nearly 125 points. Then after that, 60, 65 point, 50% recovery has happened. Gold was even more volatile. It went up to $5,600, came down to $5,100. That's almost nearly 10% fall. And then there was some news report that Trump is negotiating peace deal between, Russia and Ukraine, and also Turkey is mediating a peace deal between Trump and Iran. So I don't know whether that was the reason gold prices crashed nearly 10%, only to recover 5% from there. And then from 5,600 came to 5,100. Then from 5,100 it went up to 5,400. I think now it is trading between $5,300 and $5,400 per ounce. The gold also seems to be very, very volatile yesterday. I did not watch the silver, but if gold is volatile, silver will also be volatile. Now coming back to our markets, 3 days of rally on a close-to-close basis. Although intraday there were a hell lot of volatility, on a closing basis, 3 days markets closed continuously positive. Number 1. Number 2, the volatility index, despite a huge volatile moves, the volatility index keeps inching down. It's not inching up. And number 3, today is the last trading session before the budget. So people will not like to carry much positions into the budget unless you have some directional view. Non-directional view, it's going to be very difficult because market is going to make a direction. If you look at last 7 or 8 trading session, every trading session, Nifty moved 200 point up or down, and many times both. It falls 200 point, then recover 200 point, or shoot up 200 point, then fall 200 points. And if that is the kind of volatility we are having 6, 7, 8 trading sessions ahead of the budget, so what will be the volatility on the day of budget? Just imagine. But despite all these things, I've been saying that I'm holding a very, very bullish view about the budget. Right? And then I'm definitely expecting something good for the stock market. But again, if that is something good for the overall market, then there will be a significant rally. But if they plan to do something only for the cash market, not for the F&O market, say for example, no STT for cash market, but STT will continue or STT will increase for F&O market. So then that may not be a good news for the markets, because most of the time, index move is based on the F&O players, not cash players. Most of the people who trade in cash market, they trade in mid cap and small cap. They don't trade in large cap. So that is also there. The worst performing stock market, worst performing currency, FIIs are fleeing continuously. So all this, leads to the assumption that, they have to do something good. FIIs, as usual, in the month of January, they just bought for only one trading session, and the rest all trading session, they were net sellers. At the same way, in February series, the first trading session, they were buyers, but not very big quantity. And yesterday, again, they started selling. But again, the good thing is that they did not sell much. So I think about 300, 400 crore. So that's not a big sell. So on a net basis, yesterday and day before yesterday put together, we can say they are almost flat and they are not sellers. So they are just waiting. They are giving a pause. They want to see anything good happens in budget, and then they will resume selling, or they will stop selling, or they will even buy. Stock specific action. Yesterday, MCX copper shot up 20%, and today it will be interesting to see. Yesterday, though, the gold fell, but copper was higher only. So just imagine distant copper shooting up 20% in a single trading session, and many stocks have given zero return in last 5 years. I'm not talking about any small cap stocks, and large cap stocks like HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, ITC, TCS, Infosys. There are a number of large cap stocks have delivered zero return in last 5 years. Right? And the people, make money only when they buy at the lower levels, and otherwise it's going to be very, very difficult. So I read an article written by some Kotak security guy, I think. Our market, either this can be a temporary blip. So if this is a temporary blip, and market has to recover after the budget, or it can be a permanent reset of our valuations. Because Indian markets are trading at a higher valuations, so gradually that can go down to align with other emerging markets. So if that is the case, the price correction may not come, the time correction may come, right? And the 26,300 or this year high around 26,400 may not be crossed even in 2029. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very, very make or break budget. And then some stock specific actions today. I think ITC is one of the key stock to watch. And it's a very high dividend yield stock. I think yesterday also they've declared about 6 rupees or 6 rupees 50 paise as the dividend, right? And that stock has already fallen nearly 30-35% from the recent high. So a lot of retail people have bought that stock, hoping for the dividend play. But usually the companies that offer high dividend yield may not offer high growth rate. So that only a seasoned investors know. But that's why you see there are people, even at 400, 500 rupees, many financial influencers were suggesting to buy ITC. One news, tobacco tax increase, everything is wiped out. And now most of them are sitting in losses. So overall, although GIFT Nifty indicating about 60-70 point gap down, that's mainly because of the global cues. So today, I would say the global cues are bad, local cues may not be bad, because 3 days of continuous uptrend is a very difficult task for the bulls that they have achieved it. So if 4th day also positive, then who knows, on budget day, markets may completely reverse. So there is no point in looking at the global cues. So we only look at the local cues. And also, I will not like to look at the open interest. I will not like to look at the put call ratio. Many people may be taking position, and maybe, because the budget day, the market is there. So they might keep a stop loss, they will exit. It doesn't give a clear picture about the whole expiry. And so this expiry, it can be different from what the open interest or option prices are showing. The market will move definitely violently on either side. I'll be happy if that violent move comes on the higher side. I've already come out with the two strategies for the budget strategy, and then today or tomorrow I might come out with a third strategy also. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.